I'm Petey, and it's time to go inside the coach's room again. Hey, this is the last time we're going to look at this goal. There's been a lot of conversation about the game-winning goal in the Four Nations face-off. So let's take a quick look at it. We talked about how this play went down. Face-off between McDavid and Matthews. Everybody's seen this play time and time again. The puck comes down. Makar throws it behind the net, waiting for Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner throws it to McDavid all alone in the slot, and Canada wins the Four Nations Cup. We've talked about who's responsible. We spent a lot of time talking about responsible. But I'm going to tell you how things work inside the coach's room. A play like that, you can sit and discuss literally for an hour. I was with Rick Tocchet, John McLean, and Scotty Allen inside the coach's room, and we would talk about a play for over an hour after the game was over. You rewind, you go frame by frame. What's this guy thinking? What's that guy thinking? What did he see? What did they see? And I got an opportunity to watch the video by Frankie Corrado. And he talked a lot about how the defenseman should switch and rotate on the over-under faceoff. So here's what we would do in the coach's room. The video coach would go through video. That's his job. And what I wanted to do on this play is find out what Team USA is trying to do. So the only way to do that is to go through a bunch of video. So thanks, Frankie, for helping me dive a little bit deeper into this one. And let's take a look at a face-off, Team USA versus Team Canada. And in the 4 games, there is only one play that even remotely comes close to an over-under by the opponent. And let's take a look and see how Team USA handles a situation where there's an over-under play with a rotating wingers by the opponent. So as Canada wins the faceoff, we can see the inside winger is pulling out, and he's going to go to the top of the play. Well, the wingers are going to be responsible for the defenseman. That's their job. They pick up the player on the way, and then they drive to the defense. That's their job. So they're fine. We talked about the rotation where they're going to accept the winger, accept the winger. So Faber's got a choice here. Right now, he has to look up and he sees Crosby is the guy I should be on, but the center, no one's got him coming to the net. And look at the center and the inside winger. Who takes the pop out? Now, the pop out player, sometimes it's a centerman for the opponent. He'll pop out into this area, or the inside winger will pop out. And in system play, and a system is a set of rules for that team on how they handle different situations. In some situations, teams have the center cover the pop out, release the center to the defenseman in front of the net, and he handles the pop out. Sometimes it's man on man, and that winger will follow that winger all the way to the pop out position. Or, as Frankie discussed, you switch off and you accept different roles and who's got who in the zone. But you can see the confusion on Team USA, and this is the only other face-off in 4 games where this happens, and USA doesn't know how to handle it. So as you can see, who takes the centerman? As the puck comes to McKinnon, he's got a great look at the front of the net. But not only that, USA never recovers. They never recovered defensively. Wingers got their job covered, but the center drifts now. No one's really covering defensively. And look at another grade A opportunity by McKinnon in front of the net, all off a faceoff where the confusion starts. And that's similar to that play. I know it's not exact. So look at more plays. This time it's a faceoff between Matthews and McDavid. And I want you to watch how Matthews handles McDavid. It's center on center. He stays with them all the way. The wall side defenseman takes the wall side winger. And this is a similar play in that the puck is dumped into the zone, similar to what Makar did. And this is the look in front of the net that Team USA wished they would have had. They would have had a defenseman off the inside post watching the player driving. You'd have center on center, strict center on center defending him. And you would have the weak side defenseman loose off of the weak side post so that if there is a play this way, he can get off of the front of the net and get to the corner. That's what Team USA wished they would have had. But they didn't. So in this play, when they have the structure they want to have, and remember this look when we get to the goal again, as the puck gets dumped in, the defenseman's loose. He can get to the strong side puck. He's got the puck. Team USA has possession. There's no play. That's the look Team USA wish they would have had. Let's look at another face-off, another one between Matthews and McDavid. Look at how close Matthews is to McDavid. Center on center, stays with him all the way until this play is completed. He's center on center, battles with McKinnon battles with McKinnon all the way to the end of the play. Look at some of their defensive zone structure. There's McDavid in the slot. I want you to watch Larkin. If Team USA had Larkin on the ice for that final play, it wouldn't have been a goal. Watch how well Larkin defends 97. He checks his shoulder. He knows exactly where the most dangerous player on the ice is. Puck goes side to side. The defenseman is going to go. And look at Larkin. Center, checking his shoulder. He knows where McDavid is. The defenseman attacks the puck. But watch Larkin. He doesn't care where the puck is. Doesn't care. Larkin knows McDavid is the most dangerous player on the ice. He turns, takes McDavid out of the play, stops McDavid from getting the rebound. That's an unbelievable play by a centerman. But let's see again, we talk about that weak side winger. Let's take a look. As Canada arrives into the zone, we see the center again. This is Larkin again. He takes a look. He checks his shoulder and he stops. He knows right now the most danger of the area of the ice is the slot. We got winger on D, winger on D. Larkin again takes the slot, takes McDavid away. But now when the play is set up, established as a defensive play in the defensive zone, low in the zone. When it's an established defensive play, look at the structure by Team USA. In this situation, when they're set, the center goes. The center attacks, they double up, and the weak side winger takes care of the net front. That's how they set up when the play is structured in the defensive zone. We see it again against Team Finland. As the puck is low in the zone and it's an established defensive play, the centerman goes, and the weak side winger, in this case is Tkachuk, he takes the slot area, and the play is defended. And when they arrive into the zone, this is the structure, we call it a structure on arrival. So the puck gets dumped into the zone again. Center is on the puck. Weak side winger is net front protecting the slot. There is no doubt that is the structure Team USA wants when the play is low in the zone, that they want the center to attack the puck and the winger to take care of net front. But what happens when the puck goes low to high in the zone? Which is what happened on the goal. What happens when the puck goes low to high in the zone? Well, the wingers are responsible for the point coverage in the defensive zone. We see that. Now watch the center. This time it's Eichel. Eichel checks his shoulder and takes care of the slot area, and it's his responsibility because the wings cannot get back in this situation. Eichel covers the middle of the ice. Let's see it again when the play goes low to high in the zone. Finland takes the play low to high. Wingers go to their points. They defend their points, and the center underneath is responsible for the slot area. And you can see how tightly he defends him because this player, you can see his eyes, he's checking the play going back this way to his defenseman. So the weak side winger can't get back into the front of the net in time. Defending the front of the net is a responsibility of the center. So after watching all of that film, let's go back to the game-winning goal by Team Canada. McDavid and Matthews on the draw. And I want you to keep an eye on one thing. This face-off win goes to the corner. Now, most often when a team wins a face-off, it goes this way. Teams are used to defending this way. And I think this is where everything gets screwed up because now it's a 50-50 puck to the corner. They're racing to the corner. Look at Team USA. They think this is the play they can get to. It's a 50-50 race. They might be able to be on the offensive side of this puck. And that's where this play breaks down. Without question, they're not handling this as a normal faceoff play. And to Frankie Corrado's point, you see the two defensemen and the confusion they have. This is where the play breaks down. Fox has to communicate to Hanifin, you've got net front, you've got net front. Has to. He's got to holler at him because he has to take the player driving the net. And he doesn't. So what happens is you end up with two players on one. And you know if there's two players on one, that means somebody's open somewhere on the ice. This is where the play breaks down. We talk about Nelson, it's got to come out here. We talked about Nelson, he's got to get to Makar. This is Cale Makar. You got to get out there. You got to get in a shooting lane. You got to get stick on puck. You got to stop his offensive abilities at the blue line, which is what Nelson does. Hanifin's got to be net front. Just like that look we talked about earlier with the strong side winger off of the strong side post and the weak side defenseman off the weak side post. If they had that look, center on center, and the defenseman on either side right now, this play doesn't happen. Because if the puck gets rimmed around the boards, if Fox is on that backside post as it comes to Marner, Fox goes out this way. Fox is right here by now. He's on the 0-1 Verizon. He's pressuring Marner quickly. He's jumping on that play. There is no doubt Fox should not take that path. And you look at Nelson, he has to be on Makar. He was defending Makar on that play, so he stays with Makar. Fox can't go behind the net. Can't. Should have been here. By now, he should be at the Z on Horizon. And I still say, sorry to everybody that disagrees with me, Matthews has to stay with McDavid in the slot. He just has to. That's his responsibility. Fox would have been close enough to get a stick in the lane on Marner if he would have gone in front of the net and handed off point to Hanifin in front of the net. But he didn't. Matthews has to stay. We saw it on the plays that went low to high in the zone that the center has to stay in the slot area until everything is sorted out. He's got to stay. Even if you're expecting Nelson to get there. I don't think Nelson can get there in time. I think that's just too far. But Matthews has to stay until it's sorted out. He has to. That's his job. Nelson can't get there. Unbelievable pass by Marner. Matthews goes. McDavid releases. But before we go any further, and we play all this blame on the red, white, and blue, can we keep in mind what Team Canada just did? Cale Makar, Mitch Marner, Connor McDavid, and Braden Point taking a defenseman in front of that. This is a phenomenal play by Team Canada. Let's give that team a little bit of credit, making the play that they just made in the offensive zone in overtime to win this game. Absolutely, there was confusion off of the original faceoff for Team USA, and absolutely they could have played it better. But that was an outstanding play by Team Canada as McDavid fires this one in, wins the Four Nations Cup. That's it for today's Petey's Puck Talk. I know it was a deep, deep dive, but I hope you learned a little bit about the process and how things take time to look through. And let's keep in mind, we just took 2-3 days to break down this play. These players had to do it in 7 seconds. This game is incredibly quick, and these players have to make split-second decisions, and they rely on their teammates, and they rely on their team structure. There's no practice time here. Team USA didn't get a practice and go through reps on defensive zone face-off losses over and over and over again. They didn't. When you see a team in the NHL go through these, they practice this. They watch video on this, and then they practice it again so that they know exactly how to handle every situation. Team USA didn't have that luxury. They had to do things quickly and play on the fly and rely on their instincts. Matthews sees the puck. He sees Marner all alone in the corner. He feels he's got to go. He doesn't think he's making a mistake. He's trying to help his team and defend his team against Marner. So let's lay off a little bit of everybody. This was a great play that happened incredibly quick, and Team Canada gets the win. Thanks for joining me on this Petey's Puck Talk. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inside the Coach's Room, so you don't miss any of these video breakdowns. I'm Petey, and we'll see you at the rink.